In the earlier days, in that 10 million phase, you're probably driving a lot via word of mouth. You're driving a lot via direct.
Let me kind of step back. You have gone through various sizes of growth, right? And different
Mhm.
velocities. Let's kind of step back, maybe a 10 million and a 50 million, kind of 100 million markers. And can you kind of walk us through what does RevOps means in those kind of phases? And what are the tools and processes and maybe a little bit even people side you have seen in those three markers?
Yeah. So that 10 million, you're typically looking at a very small team, maybe 2 or 3 folks max, depending on what you've raised already. Typically, the mandate there is to make sure that you're putting in systems that are going to be durable for the next 3 years. How do you think about that growth? Really difficult now with AI, right? What is the right tool? How do you evaluate that appropriately? What is the right skill set as you continue to grow the team? And how do you make sure that you're ready for that next big stage of growth? Because when you're at 10, you're typically getting ready for a B round. Maybe you've gotten there a little bit earlier and you're looking at an A. If you had like, well, you're a hyperscaler or something, right? Or one of these new hyper growth companies. But you're typically trying to figure out what other things do I need to be doing? And you're doing a lot of triage to say, these are the 10 things that we're going to do this year. And these are the other 20 that we're going to leave until we get to that next milestone, right?
Yeah.
At 50, you're already past Series C, right? You're trying to figure out where you're going to be. Either are you going to continue to evolve from a product perspective? Are you going to start being acquisitive? Are you building brand new products? I think there's a lot more questions there around NRR, GRR. What is your cross sell opportunity? How do you start thinking about that and going out and creating additional channels, right? In the earlier days, in that 10 million phase, you're probably driving a lot via word of mouth. You're driving a lot via direct. When you get to 50 and you really want to keep growing, you have to put a lot more effort into channel, into partnerships. So it becomes another go to market motion that takes a lot more energy, time, consistency.